Today we will talk about Death of a Salesman, a play by Arthur Miller. In his works, he often tried to provide a certain sense of social awareness regarding specific aspects of our society, such as the vision people had and still have of the American dream and the myth of the self-made man. He is best known for his play Death of a Salesman, released in 1949. In this play, Arthur Miller addresses the loss of identity and a man's inability to accept change in his surroundings and in his own self. Death of a Salesman is considered a tragedy in its most obvious way because it follows some rules of classic tragedy. In fact, the action happens in a day, and also it concludes with the death of the main character. Death of a Salesman is a sort of montage. The play alternates between the present and the past through memories, dreams, and arguments, and it is a representation of Willy Loman's last 24 hours of life. The action takes place somewhere near Brooklyn, and it narrates the story of Willy Loman, a man who is past his 60s and who has worked as a salesman for multiple decades. He lives in an old house that hasn't changed throughout the years, with his family, Linda, Biff, and Happy. The play focuses on Willy's exhausting life as a salesman. He, initially, was a man with big expectations of life, influenced by the American dream, but no matter what, he has faced since the beginning a non-ending sequence of failures and delusions regarding human nature. His inability to evolve and adapt to new situations, especially in the business world, which had incredibly changed in the past years, caused Willy big difficulties to maintain the level of performance that was expected from him, both in his professional and family life. His financial situation does nothing but worsen. On top of that, he loses his work. This submerges him in a suffocating anxiety that led him to commit suicide. Not only because this would allow his wife to claim his life insurance, but also because he considered himself at the end of the life he wished to have. In 1949, Arthur Miller published an essay entitled Tragedy and the Common Man. In this essay, he declared, and I quote, that the common man is as apt a subject for tragedy in its highest sense as kings were. And this is exactly what makes Death of a Salesman a transgressive play. Willy Loman, in the end, couldn't get the recognition he wanted. He never achieved his dreams, and this is what makes him the perfect demonstration that tragedy and the common man can coexist.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. All of a sudden, everything falls to pieces. My life's work down and crumbles until I can only hear my wife's mumbles and my son's complaints and grumbles. Life is completely wasted with my job that has already faded. Everything just seems odd and strange, given all of the drastic and extreme change. In the end, I just want to enjoy the cheese, so I can finally feel it. Will you let me finish?
My God, my God, my God. All of a sudden, everything falls to pieces. Bad hours give me the clock. Tragedy in a theater piece. I just lost a decent job. Life is cruel. Since I had a beautiful dream, born of a mistake, life punished me. And to amend, to die I wish, so my children will collect my indemnity. They can, hopefully, their dreams accomplish. Will you let me finish?
Success, success, success. All of a sudden, everything falls to pieces. My entire life spent working so hard to achieve my goal. But failure is the only thing waiting for me at the end of the road. No matter what choice I made, failure was inevitable. Life is not fair. It doesn't matter how much you fight against your destiny. If it was meant to be, the answer will never change. It's unfair that all the hard work that I did amounts to such mediocrity. My family deserves better. My last hope is to end this torturous life. This is the end of my miserable story, but the beginning of hope for my family. Will you let me finish?
Loman, Loman, Loman. All of a sudden, everything falls to pieces. Oh boy, you're losing your eyesight. You look so tired, my poor king of cells. You couldn't make it big, so what? Is your sweet nemesis the American dream? You're just an alien man, a tragic fool, and you know that. That's what makes you so pathetic. Life is not a piece of cake as you thought. You failed yourself with lies and unsound illusions. You'd rather kill yourself than accept the fact that, sincerely, all your son wants is a shirtless, sweaty time in Midwestern haystacks. Didn't you tire out of concealing your profound anguish and self-doubt with outright arrogance? Did you honestly think your dreams were worth fulfilling? It was never enough for you. You were never contented, and will you let me finish?
Work, work, and more work. All of a sudden, everything falls to pieces. Perpetual useless efforts, to fix what has been forever broken. I can notice your animosity towards what I'm trying to tell you, and you notice the tension when I bite my gums. Life is a constant battle to try and change our destiny, and I, exhausted, kept trying ineffectively, trying to make the water not flow down the river, trying to stop superior forces that have never been moved by weak humans with infirm minds. Linda, my sons, let me talk and listen to me for once. Will you let me finish?